Great showing by the Cardinals in what became a nationally televised game because the Chicago Bears wet the bed, and they had to cut from it because Fox, for whatever reason, keeps showcasing the Bears. So hopefully they flex out the rest of the year. But as far as the Cardinals go, great recruiting tool showing what's being built in Arizona. Absolutely, Jalen Blair. And speaking of what's being built, how are their draft picks standing up? They took a hit today. That's okay. They got the dub. Let's go to our Houston Texans tracker. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they broke our hearts today and broke one of my parlays, unfortunately. However, again, Cardinals win, so it makes that pill a little easier to swallow. They've got a couple tough matchups on the horizon, but yeah, Jaguars, man, that was just C.J. Stroud. You give him credit, BG. We were talking about it when we got here. Like, unfortunately for the Cardinals, he looks the most competent of all the rookie quarterbacks.
Of all of them, and he's I mean, last week he threw for about 300+ yards and a few touchdowns. This week he threw for close to 300 and a touchdown, maybe 2. I didn't see the end line, but he's playing well. And me and Dane were talking about it earlier. He might be the best Ohio State quarterback to show up and actually produce.
Is C.J. Stroud a better player than Justin Fields right now?
Well, yeah. If you want to go look at the stat line, that's a massive.
It's a big time yikes, isn't it? Yeah. Final thoughts here for a podcast, a show, a post game that I will not be untransparent here. That has been waiting for a day like this for a long time. Shifted through the muck of last season, the embarrassments on and off the field, coaching search, free agency, draft, training camp, preseason. Bo Brock. Final thoughts today for an Arizona Cardinal fan base that deserved this win.
Yeah, it was they got it right. They got it right. As far as the GM, they got the head coach right, and I think he picked out some pretty stellar candidates as far as his primary play callers on the offensive and defensive side of the football. And it's shutting up the national narrative that this team is tanking almost immediately. I mean, we're week 3, the 2023 season. Arizona Cardinals have already shut that off. And I mean, we probably would have liked to see it, a couple weeks earlier, but to see it come against the Dallas Cowboys, and as well as they were playing coming into this game, it's immediately right off the bat a signature win for Jonathan Gannon. You couldn't ask for anything better than that.
You told me earlier it's fun to watch Cardinal football again on Sundays. How did we get here?
We finished. We finished this week, and that's really the answer to everything. The first 2 weeks we just didn't finish at the end. And it's kudos to, as Bo said, to the coaching staff, to the people in charge that brought these coaches in and brought the players in with the attitudes and the will to want to go out there and win. So, I mean, like I said, it's fun to watch Cardinal football again. It's fun to see them go out there and compete and know that you have a chance to win a game every time you step out, because it's been really bleak the last few years and trying to get wins. So to get a win at home, finally, against the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, what a hell of a first win for JG.
It's the antithesis of how this team has been built the last 10 years. We're flush a bunch of aging talent. We're going to go out there and athlete people by big names, bloated salaries. Today it was won by guys that were frankly afterthoughts in the NFL. Josh Dobbs was QB3 at the end of training camp with the Cleveland Browns, right? You look at a lot of these names defensively, practice squad level players, late round draft picks. You've got your stars in James Conner, Hollywood Brown making plays, but they were even given up by other franchises. Hollywood in Baltimore, James Conner in Pittsburgh. I think today is about a new era being built with Arizona Cardinal football that's bigger than the individual player or players. It's bigger than Kyler Murray and Budda Baker. It's about the culture that's being built and restoring the bird here. And that's why we call it Bo Brock and BG pre-flight. I want everybody right now to go to their smartphone, their mobile device, subscribe to PHNX Cardinals wherever you get your podcast. We will drop exclusive audio-only podcasts as well as these live shows here on YouTube on this. It's the only place you can get them because it is your premier Arizona Cardinal podcast. Like this video, subscribe to PHNX Sports here on YouTube. We are back on our first Victory Monday in a hot minute tomorrow.